On another matter, I've spoken repeatedly about Adele Manji, the nomination to the Third Circuit Court of Appeals, both his shocking ties to anti-police and anti-Israel radicals, and Democrats' increasingly frantic effort to whitewash them. 19 different law enforcement groups have written in opposition to this nominee. As the senior senator from Nevada noted, Mr. Manji's affiliation with the Alliance of Families for Justice is deeply concerning. This organization has advocated for the release of individuals convicted of killing police officers. No wonder law enforcement is aggravated. But rather than confronting this blue wall of opposition, honestly, some of our Democratic colleagues have taken to weaving conspiracy theories. The junior senator from Rhode Island came to the floor recently to explain this is all part of a vast scheme orchestrated by a lawyer named Leonard Leo. Apparently, Mr. Leo not only controls police unions from Hawaii to New York, but his reach is so insidious that the Zionist Organization of America is apparently taking orders from a Roman Catholic. With shadowy influence like that, it's no wonder my friend from Rhode Island is terrified of Mr. Leo. Perhaps we should cut to the chase and ask Mr. Leo who killed JFK or where he's been hiding Elvis all these years. Well, there's one thing even my friend from Rhode Island would have to admit that Mr. Leo does not control, and that is the Adele Manji Senate Judiciary Questionnaire. To see Mr. Manji's radical associations, one must look no further than the document. They are right there on the page. Of course, both in his questionnaire and in his hearing, Mr. Manji hid the full extent of his relationship with the anti-Semitic director of the terror-endorsing Rutgers Center. And he also hid the full extent of his paid work for causes Democrats find truly odious, like pharmaceutical innovation and fossil fuel consumption. If there's any covert operation at work here, it's Mr. Manji's, and our Democratic colleagues would be wise to figure out what else he's hiding. Instead, the situation for this nomination has become so dire that Mr. Manji took the almost unprecedented step of writing to the junior senator from New Jersey to disclaim any real knowledge of an organization on whose advisory board he sits. Mr. Manji tried to justify his association with cop-killing domestic terrorists by claiming ignorance of the full extent of AFJ's radicalism. It's the same see no evil excuse he attempted for his moral and financial support for the anti-Semitic center at Rutgers. Is this a defense of an aspiring appellate judge, that he was ignorant and careless? My colleague from Rhode Island says Mr. Manji is as well-trained and intelligent as any candidate who's ever come before the Judiciary Committee. My legal training is well behind me, but I'm quite sure that it included basic due diligence. He may have the dignity and decorum of an Oxford Don, but an Oxford Don knows to check his course. There are only two explanations. Either Mr. Manji is so careless that he repeatedly neglected to conduct the simplest due diligence before joining advisory boards of radical groups, or he joined these groups intentionally. Either one makes him unfit for the lifetime appointment.